Welcome to the season opening edition of the Top Fuel Insider. This is the first podcast for the 2015 season. And yeah, there's a lot on the docket. There's a lot to discuss as we approach Bakersfield in the March meet. One of the first things that should be mentioned as during the off season, there were discussions about actually expansion, which is pretty neat considering the class was, kind of moribund a couple years ago. But there is a slight resurgence happening, and the idea is to do 9 races next year, maybe. 7 races have been established for 2015. 5 of which are for the NHRA Heritage Series. 4 of those 5 events will be applicable towards one's points tally. But there's also some other stuff happening in the summer, which is all run, and there's been a purse established for that, which is kind of neat. But before we discuss expansion and growth, we do have to discuss loss. Over the off season, during the winter, we lost Bob Richardson, who was the proprietor, the owner-operator of the Circuit Breaker Top Fuel car. That had been racing in this iteration of Top Fuel since the mid-90s. And, Bob was just one of the neatest guys out there. And he had been making corrections towards his health. But unfortunately, it was too little, too late. And we do want to acknowledge his contribution to the deal. He really embodied the spirit of Top Fuel, going back to the 1960s when it was kind of a blue-collar thing. For the majority of the campaigners were, working stiffs, if you will. And Bob was one of those guys, and the class and the sport is going to miss him. Coming out of Long Island City in New York is Tony Bartone. But there are, many teams that want to upend Bartone, to want to stop, the bloodletting. Amongst those, Dusty Green will be driving for Steve Harwood's car out of Utah. Denver Chute. Other scores that need to be settled. Champion speech. Fuse apparently is getting longer, and Adam Sorokin is driving the snot out of that machine. Only 4-time Top Fuel winner, March meet Top Fuel winner. Neil and White looked pretty good, but Jim Murphy has won the event 4 times. Whether it was Team Craig, they looked fun. So the High Speeds Motorsports entry, honestly, Bill Dunlap is, like I say, 16 cars is what they tell me, make for a real barn burner of a drag race. This has been the Top Fuel Insider. Let's see if my horse comes in.